All right, folks, here's the latest from 5280. It's a KR Sabers Flagship in brass. I got some custom work done on it that I'll point out as we go along. Not a whole lot, but complete brand new chassis for me. Also a couple other little things that we'll get into. First one, you're probably going to notice it right off the bat. The main button on it is actually lit right now. Saber is in its on state, of course, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue for anybody. We've got obviously standard KR Flagship in brass, cover tech on it. The auxiliary button I've drilled out just a little bit to fit in a brass plunger that was machined, along with the gorgeous little brass button with a clear center that lights it up. Thought I'd definitely go a little bit different in this one. The hilt just looks too good in the hand, and the end user, when they get it, they're going to be doing some etching on it. So I thought this might help bring out a little bit of an extra look, make it look a little different from some of the others that are out there etched. Even though all etchings are usually very different on their own, this definitely will help it stand out against, anything else that you might see a picture of. So we'll go ahead and open it up. It is a fully removable chassis that I've gone ahead and created, which has a couple little small things on it that I really liked. And we didn't want to go full eco chassis with all the parts hanging out and looking at everything. So we've definitely gone a little bit different. Did a transparent, translucent type material here for a sleeve that goes over all of the electronics. Have a set screw here that holds it on, so if you want board access, you take this set screw out, sleeve slides completely off. No need to take the chassis itself out of the hilt. So then we'll go from this end, 22mm TCSS speaker, kill switch, flip. We have a recharge port. We have 4 accent neopixels, and we move up. There's an 18650 in here. The Proffie is actually underneath the neopixels, so it's a Proffie 2. And we move up, we've got NeoPixel accent LED underneath the main switch, and auxiliary switch here. And while it's not lit up, a stock connector down in the bottom of the emitter. As I did say, this is a removable chassis. So you remove the set screw here next to the sleeve set screw, the whole thing will come out, and it is fully usable in the hand. Outside of the hilt, or if you had a different KR Flagship, by all means you could slip this thing in, as long as you can fit this auxiliary plunger in. It will be full dual button on any other KR Flagship that's out there. The full emitter, you have the entire depth of the emitter. I think if I remember right, the NeoPixel actually sits just below this set screw right here. So it is held with the entire single piece chassis. So you don't need a set screw for it, but it does give you extra blade depth. So if you really want to swing this thing around, you've got, as much blade as you're ever going to get in this thing. Going to the NeoPixels in the accent, you've got currently on this first font, it's one of the Fallen Order fonts. It's just a simple scroll back and forth.
It's time for something new.
Until you turn it on.
You and me. We can build something different. Something better. Now, Dathomir will be your grave.
And then it spools up after the pre-on. And that's that one. And then as you can see up here, you've got the full blue lit up stock connector. And of course, it's hard to see it without a blade plug in here, dispersing some of the light through the windows. But when the blade is in this thing, it just glows gorgeously. Cal's design on this hilt, I've admired it online for a long time, but having it in hand, it's just genius. And I don't know if he fluked into it, planned it, but it's awesome. Full Proffie, smooth swing. And of course, Proffie OS 4.7 has the color change. We won't go into it. We won't go into the color change just because I want the default colors on here for when I go do the blade demo next. But we'll change through a couple of the fonts, show you the NeoPixels.
Just took down an Inquisitor.
This one's kind of got a pulse on it, similar to the blade, has a pulsing style.
Second sister.
Some random green flashes in this one. And when they turn on, all of them do change style to do some other things other than what you see during the idle state.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet. Ahsoka.
Very slow scroll on this one. Oh, and some of the buttons do different things. Some pulse, some blink, some... can't remember the other states that I've used. I've got a bunch of different ones mixed in. And when you turn them on,
I am Kanan Jarrus, Jedi Knight.
This one blinks. And in the back, it's blue scrolling.
Traitor!
The unstable, we didn't put one in for it.
You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
If you will not turn to the dark side, then perhaps she will.
This one's a slow blink. This one's the Torch font, and it's got a real fire blade from Fernando. Amazing, and you'll see that in the blade demo coming up.
Get up, Cal Kestis!
And then we go back
You're not dead yet.
to the very first font, where Marin tells Cal to get up. So folks, that is the KR Flagship from 5280. We'll go ahead and get the blade demo going next for you, and drop some pictures at the end. Thanks all. All right, folks, here is the KR Flagship done with the removable chassis blade demo. I'm not going to start off with the first font because I actually like the last font a little bit better. Got some cool effects from Fernando out of his library for this one, as you can see. This one's the Torch. I love this, the responsive. Making it shorter, longer. Got lightning. We'll go on to the next font.
Get up, Cal Kestis! You're not dead yet.
It's time for something new. You
Pre-on.
and me. We can build something different. Something better. No. Dathomir will be your grave.
Cal's nice blue lightsaber.
I was wrong to think you could stand with me.
A couple of post-off effects on a couple of different fonts on the saber. Of course, they do have music. But we're not going to go playing too much of that so YouTube doesn't pick it up.
Just took down an Inquisitor.
As shown in the earlier demos, buttons change. Pre-on effect with the pre-on sound on this one. It's got the energy pulsing out.
Just took down an Inquisitor.
And another post-off.
Second sister.
Second sister from the Fallen Order set.
To the Empire. We're all just expendable.
Yes, you are.
And this one's got a great bassy tone to it. cool effects on this one. Really like this blade. I'm not going to go doing color changes right now, but obviously Proffie OS 4.7 or yeah 4.7 I believe is what we got here. Has full color change on all the styles.
Done an Inquisitor.
Second, sister.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Hello, Master. It's been a while.
Tried to get this one kind of one of Ahsoka's lime green blades from Clone Wars.
If it isn't the hairless harpy. I am no Jedi.
I am Kanan Jarrus, Jedi Knight.
Another one of the animated series fonts. It's Kanan's Blind Knight.
I'm about to let everyone in on the secret. You're making it easy on me.
Unstable blade style.
Resistance is dead.
This one's got a cool little Preon glow that lights up the emitter.
I will have killed the last Jedi.
So that's kind of neat. Completely on plan, but it turned out awesome. I gotta remember keep that style around because for this kind of a hilt with a nice window, that works really beautifully. All the normal effects. The retraction on that one I really like too.
You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
The tragedy font. It's kind of a standard Sith blade. Yeah, this font though sounds awesome. Just nice bassy feel to it.
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
Got a Luke, the Return font, I believe this one is. Gotta have Luke's green blade with Luke.